everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tiffany N Benson, aka Lady Arabella, and you are tuned into another episode of Models, Tips, and Tricks. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed and shared and told everybody about our channel. Like, this is so exciting. We are so close to 500 subscribers, probably about like 10 or 15 away. So if you have not subscribed yet, click that big red subscribe button and click that little notification bell too as well, so that you're able to know when we go on and give you all these great videos that we have been working so hard on. So there's model tips and tricks, there's cocktails and CEOs, Bella reviews, live events and shows, and coming up soon, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will also have Bella films. So you'll be able to watch some of our short films that we've been working on as well. So today I'm going to be talking about what you should have in your emergency model bag. If you don't have an emergency model bag, you should probably have one, because eventually you're gonna need it. And it's always gonna come at that time where you're just looking a hot mess and you don't have one and there's a big audition. Also, make sure you guys stay tuned to the end, because we are going to be starting a new thing where we're shouting out models from all over the world that are trying to get their name out there and trying to get seen. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the end so you can see who they are, and also go to their pages, like them, and yeah. So if you want to know what should be in your emergency model bag, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so having a model bag is important because you never know when your agent's gonna call you and say, hey, you have an audition here, or you have a go-see here, or also when, you know, you might have submitted for something yourself and that person emails you or calls you and says, hey, my client's in, I want to see you. So you always want to be able to be prepared, and be prepared for everything. So first, I would like to say that I am still wearing this new color that I got. If you guys have not seen my Bella reviews where I shopped at the dollar store, this was only $1 and I'm wearing it and I'm kind of getting used to it. It smells really good, but it's by LA Color and it's the Lip Duel. So I'll put that video down below. You guys can check it out. I tried out a lot of makeup from the dollar store to see if it actually worked or not. So, you know, see, because here's the thing. So cut back to model bags. So one of the first things that I put in my model bag, and I think is like my tried and true, everybody should have, are a pair of heels. I have these ones. These are my Steve Maddens. And what's important about these is that they have a leather sole bottom. This makes it to where if I am doing runway, that I can turn on any type of surface, whether it's carpet, whether it's tile, whether it's a wood runway floor, whether it's a, you know, a fabric, anything I can do on a leather bottom sole. The other thing that I would do is, you can see that these are kind of roughed up. Right when I got them, one of the first things I did was I scratched the bottom on like concrete. It gives it a little bit more texture to it too as well. So when you're doing your turns, you don't like fall, and you know, you can keep your balance. So number one thing you should have is shoes. Check to make sure the bottom of your shoes are a leather sole so that they're easy to turn on. Rubber soles are hard to turn on a lot of different surfaces. So, and most shoes are made out of rubber soles. So make sure you guys check that. Okay, the next thing that I have is my portfolio. Inside my portfolio I have all of my photos, and then also my headshots and a comp card. Make sure you guys always have this with you. If you live in places like Arizona, it gets 1,000,000 degrees, so I do not leave my portfolio in my car, but I carry one of those big tote bag purses, so I always stuff it in there, because then it'll come inside the house and then go, you know, into the car whenever I need it, and it'll always be with me. The other thing that I carry is a folder. At times, models do also have to speak and act. So if anybody gives me a script or any information while I'm at my audition, then I want to keep it nice and clean and pristine. So I put it in a folder so it doesn't get all balled up in the back of my car. Kind of important. The other thing that I have is just a book. This one is called my Hustler's Agenda. It is a blank book that I can list all of my auditions in. What I do is when I go for my audition, I do my audition, and then afterwards I take notes, because a lot of times you're going to be auditioning in the same places. So one casting office might call you in for, you know, some type of runway thing, and then they'll also call you in for an acting thing. But you want to know different things about that casting office. For instance, if they have like a certain color wall, so that you know not to wear that color shirt. If the casting director is particular about a certain thing, like the way that you walk or the way that you stand, or just different things that you might want to know, write it down, because it makes it a lot easier that when you have your next audition, you can go into your audition knowing already kind of what to expect and what not to do and what to do. Okay? So I think that's an important thing, because a lot of people don't do that and they end up making the same mistakes over and over again. The last type of book I have in my model bag is my planner. Now, I know a lot of people have just phones that they put all the details in, but you know, I'm pretty big on having pen and paper, because I've lost my phone at times, but I've never lost this thing. So one of the things that I do is that if there's callback times or anything like that, I immediately put it on my schedule. So just so that I know that even if I don't know if I got it right away, but I know that there is a callback, when they're gonna have it, if they already have the dates, and then that way I can kind of work around it just in case. Because if you got your audition last minute, you're probably gonna get the callback last minute too as well. So it's important to prepare as much as you can. Moving on to clothing. So I always have 3 articles of clothing in my car. One, if I'm doing anything acting, I bring just a plain pink shirt. Sometimes I have green too, depending on whatever it is, and also depending on where I'm going. Sometimes I have both, green and pink, because there's some casting directors that have walls like mine where it's like a color, and you're like, dang it, now I'm like a floating head on camera. But whenever you're acting, you want to avoid colors red, black, and white. So you want to wear like a pastel, like jewel tone color. So I always have a shirt like that in my car, so that whenever I audition, if it's last minute, I can just pop it on. For modeling, I always have a black shirt. So you do want to wear black shirts or black outfits when you go for a go-see or anything like that with modeling, because you want to be a plain canvas. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff going on. You don't want any loud patterns that people are going to be trying to, you know, look at you while you're walking down the runway with like a huge, like, you know, flower across your chest. Nobody wants to see that. So just put on something plain. Black is a slimming color. It looks nice on everybody. So it's one that you can always get away with. Now, if you're not a person that always has jeans on or anything like that, always keep a little LBD in your model bag as well. For those of you guys who don't know what that means, it means little black dress. So I always have, just in case I am wearing a dress that day, then I can just pop it on. Or if I don't have jeans, or I have like leggings with a bunch of patterns on it, because I love wearing leggings with a bunch of patterns on it. It's my jam. It's my jam. Don't judge me. I love it. Whatever. So I always have a little black dress just in case that I need to change into that as well. So the last couple things are, one, I always have a little makeup bag, and my makeup bag has a pressed powder in it, just in case I'm shiny, or if I'm not wearing makeup at all, I can just kind of go over my face. It has mascara for, once again, if I'm not wearing makeup at all, which you could probably find me that way normally. And it has a little palette kit with a couple of neutral colors in it. This one is the Too Faced one, and it's the Romantic Eye, so it just has just a couple of nude colors that I can do a quick like little smoky eye if I need to. Or just put a little something on my lids. And then I also have a setting spray. So that keeps me from being all shiny or anything like that, because nobody wants you glistening on camera. And I have just a couple of little brushes. So little brush, powder brush that I can just kind of dust my face with. The last thing that I have in my makeup bag is also be careful of a lot of scents. So you don't want to be going into your audition smelling like a jasmine blossom, although it smells amazing. So I have lotions and a cream. This one's by Nivea, and it's just something that's no scent, but I won't be ashy, because nobody wants you ashy either. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. So, you know, having just a lotion that is non-scented or very, very lightly scented, because you have to understand that casting directors see a lot of people every single day. So if you're walking in there smelling like a jasmine blossom and then somebody comes in smelling like orange peel, that's a lot of scents going on, and it's going to make them kind of annoyed at you. So having something that is lightly scented is... So I hope that helps, and I hope that you guys are packing your emergency model bags right now. One of the things that you want to avoid too as well are big earrings. So if you're having an audition, make sure you take those off. Also shirts with stuff on them, although I love Jameson. I wouldn't wear this to an audition. And something with no sleeves. So make sure you either have like a cap sleeve or like a sleeve that comes to like right here. And without further ado, let's give a shout out to our first 5 models. And yeah, make sure you guys check them out. Their Instagram or Facebook will be below their name, so you guys can look them up. So I hope this helps you become a little bit more prepared on what you need to do to be emergency model ready. And if you guys would like to have a shout out to as well, there will be a form down below where you can go onto the Arabella website and fill out a form so that you can get a shout out. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are so close to 500 subscribers. Really excited. We're gonna get there, guys. Hoping to get there by the end of the week. So subscribe if you have not already subscribed. We have a bunch of great videos coming up for models, tips and tricks, different shows that we're doing, Bella reviews, and once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will start our Bella films. Till then, good luck on all your auditions. Make sure you guys are killing it out there, and fly high, my Bella butterflies.